Good morning. So I thought I would do a quick meditation this morning. This point of this YouTube channel was to kind of show what I do to improve my life or whatever, and I haven't done much of that yet. So this is something that I have tried to do for the last few years, where I do a meditation in the morning, and it is some days more difficult than others to find the time, or I shouldn't say to find the time, to carve out the time. And so I'm trying to be more deliberate about it, and I thought I would just show how easy it is to do something like this and talk about the benefits that it has for me. So there's a million ways you can do this. There's the sit on the floor, in the lotus position, like the hum and all that. And for me, I've tried that. It just doesn't work for me. I can do it. I have back problems, so it ends up hurting my back a lot. And what I've found works for me is I sit on the couch and I take a pillow and I put it behind me, so it kind of makes it so I can't slouch in too far and my back is pretty straight. And I will either just leave my feet on the ground or sometimes pull them up and just sit cross-legged. And that's it. And I put a pillow behind me. Take a deep breath, and I just close my eyes. I don't hold my hands like that or anything. I just usually hold them in my lap, and I'm just quiet. And a lot of times we'll use a timer, but I don't use the timer on my phone, like the alarm, because it's too abrupt. So I've tried that, and then when the time is up, it startles me like crazy. So there's an app that I use called Insight Timer, and it works really well because it's just a nice calm bell, and you can set it for different intervals, and you can even set background noises and stuff like that if you can't just sit in quiet. So I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a box fan running in the next room. So there's this little ambient noise to kind of help cover up any road noise, because my house is pretty close to the road, but I'm in the back of the house. So it's best to find a quiet spot that you can be not disturbed. And and then you just set your little timer and you sit. And for me, this has helped me. I, especially as a child, was very hyper. I've been told that I have ADHD. I haven't been clinically diagnosed, but the meditation practice has helped me learn to calm myself down, center myself, so that I can get through my day better. And I've learned how to now be able to do that in many situations. When I'm feeling uncomfortable, if I'm driving to a job and I'm just feeling off and I have to go inside, sometimes I will literally just park my truck in the people's driveway, or even before I get there, I'll pull over on the side of the road. And I'll just close my eyes and take a few minutes. And a lot of times I don't even use a timer, but the timer helps to at least set myself for a certain amount of time. I would recommend starting with like 3 minutes. It sounds hard when you're brand new to just sit still for 3 minutes, and your mind is going to wander, and that is perfectly normal to do. So you just want to sit for 3 minutes. The timer will go off, and then incrementally increase the timer as you feel more comfortable. So when I was starting brand new on this, I started with either doing a timer or guided meditations, and then someone recommended I get a mala, or mala. I think it's pronounced mala. It's basically just a beaded bracelet. You could get these online, or basically any bracelet that has these little beads will work. And all you do is you put it in your hand, and every breath you breathe out and you flip to another bead. So you just like flip it to another bead, right? And you work your way all the way around, and then you get back to the beginning and you've done one round. And so what I used to do was I would do a couple rounds, and I could basically figure out, if I figured out when I was starting, how many rounds I needed to do to hit a certain amount of time, and I used to do, I think it was 11 rounds was what I worked myself up to, was going around this 11 times, which I believe there's 17 or 18 beads on here. And, when you take a deep, slow breath, when you do that, and that's a bunch of seconds. So one round probably takes a minute and a half, 2 minutes or something like that, And if you practice with it, you'll know how long it takes as you do it more than once. So you can kind of figure out like, okay, well, I want to do it for like 5 to 10 minutes, so I'll do 5 rounds, something like that. So this helped me a lot. And then, so I started with the guided meditations and the timer and stuff. Then I worked my way into this with no music or anything going on, just this in silence. And then I graduated past this to just literally sitting there for however long my body could just take sitting there. And generally I don't go over like 10 minutes anymore. There's people that go for an hour or a half hour or whatever, long periods. People that sit all day. I have a friend who goes on retreats, does the whole weekend where he doesn't speak or do anything other than just sit there and bathroom breaks and eat. But I cannot do that. So anyway, that is like the basics of the, how to get started. It is super easy to actually do the meditation part. You just sit there. You close your eyes. You focus on your breath. Every teacher will always say you just focus on your breath. So you focus on your inhale and your exhale. And a lot of people will do like a body scan. So you kind of like, they tell you to feel the top of your head and you work down. You feel all the different parts of your body, your ears, your lips, your face, your neck. You work your way all the way through your body down to your toes. And that's called a body scan. And you also are like feeling for if there's anything off in your body at that time. Is there pain or discomfort or anything? And not to, go too deep into it into your mind. It's literally just a matter of fact, right? So, and then, you just sit for a few minutes. And when I do it and I'm done, I usually feel much calmer, more rested. Instead of being like this hyperactive kind of person, it kind of like chills me out a little bit. And then usually as I get started in my day, my hyperactivity comes back in. But it at least grounds me in the morning before I get out into the world. So I'm just going to do a quick example with the mala. I'm going to do one full round. And you can follow along with me if you want. Just find a comfortable seat. You can sit in a chair if you'd like. If you're in your car, you could just sit right there. If you're laying in bed, you can stay laying in bed. It really doesn't matter where you are. You can meditate at any time, no matter what you're doing. You could be on a roller coaster and meditate. I mean, probably wouldn't work very well, but you could technically do it. So anyway, all right, I'm going to do one round. All right, so that was one full round. I didn't want to stop actually, but for this example, I was just going to do one round. So when I'm done with this, I'll probably sit here a little longer and do it again. But yeah, I don't know if you can tell it in my voice. It has definitely changed my whole demeanor, right? So this is, again, a good way for me to just kind of settle myself down in many situations. And, you know, hopefully the rest of my day might go a little smoother now. A little more even-keeled. So that is it. That is the basics of how to start meditation. I always tell people if you did 3 minutes of meditation every day, it would change your life. It definitely worked for me. And some days I forget, and that's okay. I've had to tell myself, I've had to learn that it's okay for me to miss a day here and there, but to just pick it up as soon as I can again. Because life does get in the way of things. I understand that, and I've gone through periods where I've beat myself up over not being able to do it every day, and then I just say, well, I didn't do it yesterday, but I can do it today, right? So anyway, that is it. I hope you got something out of this, and if you did, please give me a little thumbs up down there. You could subscribe if you feel like it, and let me know what you think in the comments and how you meditate, and if you have any tips for me, maybe. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.